Welcome to Massanutten Regional Library's online book talk. I'm Mr. Randy. Today we'll be looking at 4 new books from Kids Can Press. The first book we're going to look at is Clementine and the Lion by Zoey Abbot. When resourceful and strong-willed Clementine's dad is lost at sea and her mother is captured by dragons, she's actually rather relieved and decides to live life on her own terms. But one afternoon, with both arms full of groceries, Clementine left the door open a crack. Then when she was done putting everything away, she turned to find a most terrifying and uninvited guest. When she's by herself, she's able to eat and when and where she please. She arranges her hair as she likes to or not. This is all good until her Aunt Mildred showed up to take care of her. This motivated Clementine to develop an invisibility paint. One day when Mildred is out shopping, Clementine paints the house, and upon her return, Mildred is unable to see the house, so she leaves and Clementine regains her peaceful life. That is until that lion shows up. Will Clementine's will and resourcefulness be enough to tame the savage lion and regain her ideal life, or will she need to learn to compromise with the lion and coexist? Read the book to find out. If you enjoy lion stories in the vein of A Lion is a Lion by Polly Dunbar, I highly recommend Clementine and the Lion. Our second book is When the Wind Came by Jan Andrews. It's a powerful, simple story about one little girl's memories of a tornado on the family farm. It's laid out in 3 parts. First, she spends a few pages remembering pre-tornado life, things like her father shouting at cattle, her mother tearing at the weeds. In the middle of the story, the winds come along with the terror of running for the root cellar, the uncertainty of sitting in the dark, and the shock of finding their home destroyed when they climb out of the cellar. The third part begins with shock, but moves into action and resourcefulness as the mother prepares a meal from the rubble, and ultimately hope as the family can share a laugh and joy over something as simple as a soap bubble. The last page will show the family driving away, but you can't help but feeling like they will be okay. Let's take a peek. The illustrations very much match the mood of the story from the beginning all the way through to the end. I remember the silence over us. I wanted to say something. I couldn't. I didn't know how. Very powerful illustrations throughout the book. Vivid, gripping. I would highly recommend When the Wind Came, especially with all of the natural disasters that we have in our country with wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes. Any children that are experiencing any of those things, this would be a good book. I think they would feel a connection with the book, and hopefully at the end of the book they would feel a sense of hope. So When the Wind Came, check it out. Our third book is Itzel and the Ocelot by Rachel Katstaller. It's based on a Central American indigenous tale. Drought threatens Itzel and her Nana's crops. Her grandmother, Nana, tells her the tales of the giant snake that must be awakened to bring the rain. Few people still believe in the snake, so it is returned to the place where the water is born. Desperation, determination, and faith are the cornerstones of Itzel's journey to find water. Along the way, she meets many jungle creatures also desperate for water and willing to search and help awaken the snake. Does the giant snake exist? And if so, does she actually have the fortitude to wake it up? You'll need to read to find out. Let's take a peek. Large glittering eyes and shiny sharp teeth glimmered in the darkness. "Please don't hurt me," Itzel screamed. "I'm just looking for the giant snake." Illustrations are bold, colorful, bright, just what I think what your mind would picture with a Central American indigenous tale. It reminds you of the colors of the jungle, natural, lush, deep, definitely worth a read. Check it out. Our final book today is Lindsay, A Pocket Full of Adventure. The first 3 books were picture books. This is actually a graphic novel for early emerging readers by Mike Shiell. Whoever would have thought to chronicle the life of a ball of lint living in a pair of jeans? Not I, but I'm glad Mike Shiell did. It's a unique graphic novel because it's based on the character of a ball of lint. Lindsay's days are solitary and predictable, while the jeans that he lived in are stored in a dresser. But once they're taken out of storage for the brother of the previous owner to wear, things change. Lindsay's bombarded by visitors, stuffed into the pocket by the boy, everything from an acorn to a pizza crust. Lindsay goes from solo games of Marco Polo to full-on group fun. But what will wash day mean for Linty? His new friends go out of the pocket and Linty stays in. Will he survive the wash machine and dryer with his new sense of fun and adventure, or will he retreat to the pocket for good? Let's check out the illustrations in the opening. In a sunny and lively town, on a green and leafy street, in a pink and blue house, in a bright and comfy bedroom, in the bottom drawer of a little brown dresser, snuggled in the front pocket of a faded pair of jeans, a tiny ball of lint woke up to a new day. Yawn. What should I do today? The possibilities are endless. And I think endless is going to be the number of laughs that your young reader has with this book. I've honestly read this book like 3 times now, just getting ready for this because it's so great. So check this out, boys, girls, young, old. I think you will love it. Linty, A Pocket Full of Adventure. Thank you for joining MRL's Book Talk. These 4 books will soon be available for checkout. They're going to go upstairs to be processed by technical services. Then you would be welcome to take them, read them, pass them on to tell your friends about them. We can send any of these books to any one of our 7 locations for you to pick up. Thank you for joining us, and check out these great stories.